No, I'm telling you, we robbed the bank and then, oh, hey, Internet, how's it going? This week, outages. If this feed stops, remember, it's part of our commitment to journalism. The New York Times, the Washington Post were both down for hours last week, but we didn't freak out until Google went down for 5 minutes. Also, Instagram tries to protect their only valuable piece of intellectual property, their name, and the future of Xbone is apparently the 5 or 6 games you can actually get for the Mac. Who knew? My name's Justin Pott. I'm in Boulder, Colorado. You're listening to Technophilia. Keep doing that. With me today from the UK, as always, is Mr. James Bruce, the WordPress wizard himself. How's it going, James?
Oh, I like that, the WordPress wizard. Can I use that? Can I?
Yeah, it's yours.
I can put that on my business cards, right?
500 other people, I'm sure. You could Google it right now, but yeah, it's yours. Go for it.
Cool, thanks.
Also with me from Connecticut, as always, is Mr. Dave LeClaire, collector extraordinaire. What's up, Dave?
What up, dog? I disconnected right as you were talking about things going down, and I thought...
That's okay.
I thought you were making a at first I thought you were making a funny joke where you're like,
I just flicked
if this goes down... And then you went silent, and then I looked at the screen, I'm like, wait a second, I'm not here.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. I love it. Should we just jump right into the news, or do we want to distract ourselves a little more?
Poop.
Okay. One of our top stories this week, rival gangs in London are using anonymous question-asking site Ask.fm to piss each other off. I guess it's the 21st century equivalent of graffiti. It's a lot more tidy. It seems quintessentially British, actually, to use this, but the result, like gangs everywhere, is unfortunately bloodshed. James, what's going on?
Well, yeah, the notorious online bullying platform Ask.fm, although this also applies to every website in the world which offers anonymous comment posting, has been maliciously subverted by gangs of London to post anonymous messages deliberately designed to enrage rival gangs. And I haven't actually looked at this den of iniquity myself, but I imagine the messages go something like, "Yo, what up, East Peckham boys? We at West Peckham Massive was wondering why is all yo mama so fat?" So they post like that.
Oh, the British are apparently terrible at yo mama jokes.
That's
what I got from
like Ali G and his gang.
Ali G.
Well, that's the only reference I have for gang culture. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, dog. My
someone
mom
like
says
you.
I gotta go in and have some tea, so I can't go out gangbanging with you tonight.
What was that? It was my granny. She's coming over.
Ali G is awesome, by the way.
He is.
Yeah, that's probably a... Ali G is the only character of Sacha Baron Cohen not to have a movie, isn't it? I guess you can't do
He's got a movie,
What? He's got a movie? We on?
It just wasn't as big as the...
Oh, okay.
No, but the Ali G movie was awesome.
It was very awesome.
It was very
I never
awesome.
saw it. Well, there we go. That's like the one kind of amusing character. Borat was...
I like Borat okay.
You liked it? Okay.
I did not like the other one, though. Bruno?
The gay guy, Bruno.
He wasn't very funny.
Any site with anonymous commenting is going to be used for crap like this eventually, though, and I don't see why the technology... I mean, in the article you linked to here, James, the technology became overwhelmingly the conversation. Can you hear me okay? I think?
Yeah, I just heard a car drive by, or a spaceship. I'm not sure which one.
I'm not sure what it was. It might have been a spaceship. I'm not sure.
I don't understand this fascination with just Ask.fm. It's all the media is focusing on this one site for anonymous comments. Come on, what the... It's like the only site in the world that offers it.
Every time I see a major raid or joke happen... 1 second, guys. Sorry. Go on.
Oh, dear. We can cut that.
He left. James, Jess wants me to tell you that you suck at video games.
How does she know? She's never watched me play anything.
Well, I think she's referring to your taste.
Oh. So she's one of those Mario-loving girls, then, is she?
She's one of those lovers of good video games.
Yeah, people who like quality design. Japanese.
Anyway, I think we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, any anonymous service is going to be used for stuff like this eventually. If YouTube comments every time someone raids a particular YouTuber just to enrage them mean anything, it's usually E-Bomb's world that does it, as far as I know.
That would be great if the news reported on every nasty YouTube comment that ever existed.
Yeah, but
We'd
they
never
should
have any
just say,
time for real
E-Bombs
news.
World sent us. That's always what they say. I trust the commenters implicitly on that. If they say they're from E-Bombs World, what incentive could they possibly have to lie? Maybe that switched to Funny Junk since. I don't know. Let's move on to our next story then. Instagram is telling developers to stop using the words Insta or Gram in their name, which I guess Potgram, which was going to be my startup Instagram phone. I really have to change that now. That was the only problem with the name Potgram, by the way. James, do we have anything else here? What do we got?
Well, no. In fairness, it's not like they're suing people or claiming copyrights on things or anything. They're just telling their own developers who are using their platform not to use those words. But it really is kind of a stretch for them to start claiming anything with gram in the name is too closely related to Instagram. And it totally ruins my plans for instant hipster gramophonogram, which apparently won't be allowed now.
Ring, 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 banana phonogram. That was my other idea. I gotta change that now. Really sucks. Now is this specifically for plugin for apps that connect to the Instagram service in some way?
Yes, it's for apps that use their API.
Well, how's anyone going? Oh, okay. If they want access to the API, they have to use it. Fair enough.
So they're clamping down on their own rules. I mean, they probably actually had this in the rules forever, but now they're being like,
Now they're like enforcing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it sucks for all these apps that are going to have to change their name and redo.
Yeah, but if people have them installed already, it just takes an update. Oh, we could call it Kilogram. That's a good idea, Kashi.
No, you couldn't.
You can't say gram, dude.
You couldn't call it
can't.
that. You're missing the point entirely, Kashi.
Well, in fairness to Kashi, when does he ever not miss the point, though?
We can call it.
That's his thing. Just like going out is our thing this week.
We could call it an instant.
Oh man, Instagram's kind of blowing up lately. They seem to be doing okay as far as photo sites go.
They got videos now.
Yeah, that's innovative.
They had to one-up Vine. They're like, oh, you want 6 seconds? We got 15, bro. What's up?
I think it would be quicker to list every online service that doesn't now have a video option.
You know, YouTube doesn't allow me to loop my videos.
I was going to say YouTube. I think YouTube is the only one I can think of that doesn't have a video.
YouTube's like the only site that doesn't have a 5-second video feature. You just have to manually edit your video down to 5 seconds like a sucker.
That sucks. And then go to YouTubeloop.com or something.
Yeah,
that's probably a
total crap. Google, fix your stuff. This is the pressing issue with YouTube. It's not if I go to youtube.com instead of seeing my subscriptions. I just see a random assortment of junk that makes no sense and has no bearing on what I actually want to watch whatsoever. Oh, you clicked a cooking show 18 months ago? Here's like 20,000 cooking shows you should watch. Never mind the fact that you've just been watching Vlogbrothers all day. Like, here's some cooking shit. You love that. Yeah. No. That's my pro tip is just put a bookmark on your toolbar that goes to youtube.com/feed/subscriptions and the experience is much, much better.
Do you think we're getting old or something? I just can't get down with these kiddie services nowadays.
What kiddie service?
6-second video on Vine. This is not designed for normal
Vine is
people,
freaking awesome. I want to play around with that because I've been uploading.
Really, I want to do something with Vine and.
Yeah.
But then,
guys, in the comments.
I was talking to Justin about this the other day, and I was saying I'm only funny when it's like a spur of the moment and it hits me and I say it. I can't like sit there and be like, all right, how am I going to make a funny 6-second Vine? I don't have that kind of planning.
It takes some thought. No, guys, in the comments, if you have ideas for what you'd like to see Dave LeClaire do in a Vine, let us know. Or if you're listening to the audio show, tell us on Twitter @TheTechnophilia. What should Dave do on Vine? He'll do it for you.
I'll make a Vine account exclusively
as long as it's safe for work
of chickens.
I would subscribe to your chicken Vine like crazy. Yeah.
Awesome. No, we're doing this. All right, we're doing it.
You've got chicken Vine. I'll have a.
What would the chickens do on the vines?
Well, they just do chickeny things.
He's not going to be able to tell the chickens to do things. You realize that, right, Dave? Okay.
You
started a chicken Vine. We'll put this on the Facebook. Dave, fans are going to let you know what you should do on Vine. Loopgram. That's a dumb idea. Justin, okay, boy. Oh, you lost a fanboy, and I've now got someone who thinks I'm merely okay. That's disappointing.
I'd say that's about the right level of just an excitement you should have. Okay.
Yeah. I'll stand-up comedy in 7 seconds, chat room. I don't know. We could try that. We'll see. We'll do this. Give us suggestions. We'll do it. Like if you want Dave to dance while balancing 10 NES cartridges on his head, he'll do it. He'll at least try.
Speaking of stand-up comedy, they chose the most funny joke from the Edinburgh Festival the other day.
What was the most funny joke?
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to find it. Give me a second, I'll get back to you. It's hilarious, absolutely hilarious. I am lying completely.
Okay.
It's not funny at all.
Let's move on to something also not.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
Oh, you got it.
This is so funny. I swear to God, this is so funny. I heard a rumor that Cadbury is bringing out an Oriental chocolate bar. Could be a Chinese whisper. Do you get it? Do you get it?
I don't get that at all.
Well, you see.
What's a Chinese whisper? I don't understand what's happening.
See, this doesn't work with it. Clearly, this doesn't work with America. A whisper. Do you know what a whisper is?
It's when you talk.
No. A whisper spelled W-I-S-P-A. It's a chocolate bar, dude. Google image it. It's a chocolate bar. It's a chocolate bar.
Brits and your delicious chocolate that we don't have access to. So
I didn't realize that would be a UK on your world.
So there's the whisper. Okay, got it.
Anyway.
I got one picture of a dog, but it's mostly like a chocolate bar. Okay. What else we got? So I don't get what's a Chinese whisper. I don't understand. I don't understand any of this.
No, that's. I don't know who picked these. I'm just saying. It's voted the funniest in the Edinburgh Festival. It wasn't at all.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
I don't understand most of the things that James talks about, though.
Yeah. You Brits are all the same. All of you talk about crap like this. All of
just
you.
Like smile and nod,
Yeah.
Smile and nod.
That's cool, James. Speaking of you Brits, the UK's simply named GCHQ orders the Guardian to destroy hard drives containing information leaked by Edward Snowden, despite the fact that the information on said hard drives is available freely from any number of newspapers that also have it at this point. Doesn't matter. They destroyed it. James, what are you thinking? Letting your government do crap like this? What's your problem?
I thought it was exclusive. I didn't know it was available to everyone now. I thought it was new stuff.
No, it's stuff they had, but they explained to the cops, hey, we've sent this to other newspapers already. It's backed up outside the country. I think it was on Dropbox, too. Like, there was no point whatsoever in destroying the hard drive. It's just an antiquated way of thinking.
Okay, so then background for this. So Glenn Greenwald is the Guardian journalist who interviewed Edward Snowden in Russia and apparently managed to get these secret documents, whatever they are. And
the Guardian for more info on how he got them, you should listen to this week's On the Media podcast, which has a huge section on how Snowden wouldn't talk to anyone unless they'd encrypt their email, and a lot of journalists were too lazy to get the encryption scheme set up. And Greenwald was the one who did it first, so pretty cool technology stuff there. So sorry to cut you off, James.
Guardian has been asked to destroy all their hard drives containing past secret data, and then in an effort to stem any more incoming data, the border police detained Glenn's boyfriend when he came to the UK under this broad-reaching anti-terrorism law that lets them detain people for 9 hours with absolutely no reason.
He didn't even come to the UK. He was flying from Germany to his native Brazil and happened to have a layover in Heathrow, which isn't a good idea at the best of times, but apparently it's even worse if you're a boyfriend.
And I heard America sent some jet fighters to escort him as well, just to add a little drama to this, because it's not dramatic enough already. It does turn out he was carrying more encrypted data, though, so I'm not sure. I hope that is a copy that's been released somewhere else.
His boyfriend did?
Yeah. He was being used as a mule, basically, to carry more encrypted data back to wherever.
He was going to Brazil. I don't know, BitTorrent sync, guys. It's not hard.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Who the hell carries data through an airport nowadays? Even when I came back from Japan, I actually wiped all of my computers, uploaded it all to a cloud service, and then downloaded it again when I got back.
Yeah.
Because if they check you and you find even one MP3, they can take the whole lot.
Really?
Yes.
I've never heard of that. When do they check they'll just take the computer, or they'll
Yeah, they'll examine your computer for anything pirated or even pornographic, and if they find even just an MP3, then they'll nab you for it. Never cross borders with a laptop with stuff on it.
James is an expert at this.
I am.
Wow, I've done that so many times. I've got stuff on my laptop.
Yeah, but what kind of
How could they prove that your music is or isn't legally owned, though? I mean, that seems arbitrary to me.
Well, I think the idea is that if it's an MP3, it's already illegal.
That's stupid.
Exactly.
But a lot of this from CDs I own. That makes no sense at all.
But it's usually act and then ask questions later, you know. So if you're going to have your laptop taken away, it's kind of irrelevant whether they later apologize, you know.
Well, that's even weirder because so many people aren't even storing their music on their own computers now. They've got it on Google Music or services like that. So that's perfectly fine. And you can stream that anywhere. Well, not really. If Google ever checks, you're screwed. But yeah, that's crazy. I've never even heard of that. I'm pretty sure that
could just be just in the UK, but
who is saying YOLO in the I hate you guys. What are you doing,
Dave?
You're just trying to piss me off now.
Well, first Kick-Ass said YOLO, so I responded with YOLO, and then he responded with YOLO.
Oh, we have superhero Kick-Ass in the comments. Welcome.
And we also have the entire University of Texas Tech.
Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by, Texas Tech. That's cool. The best and the brightest from our worst state. Thanks. Welcome.
Hey,
Windows 8
like
has been banned from. Actually, I legitimately love Texas. I love messing with them because they hate it so much.
Especially Austin.
The truly awesome states. The truly like a lot of the really awesome states like New York, they don't care if you talk crap about them because they know they're awesome. Texas seems to have this deep-seated insecurity. Like you say, Texas kind of sucks. They get pissed. Just saying.
Texas,
and if this pisses
like
you off,
nothing but rednecks down there. They're like, yo, man, that's not even true. We're not, you know, like, we're like good people and stuff, you know.
I will say the people I met during the month or so I spent in South Texas, the area called the Valley, the Rio Grande Valley, those are some of the best people I've met in my life. They're mostly Mexicans, but that was amazing. I loved it down there. So I have good things to say about Texas. I like parts of Texas. There's some great parks, too. Texas, you're okay. I just think it's funny how angry you get.
Oh, wait, it's not Kick-Ass. It's Kiss-Ass. Sorry, apparently I forgot how to read.
Kiss-Ass! Oh, I thought Kick-Ass was here. It's Kiss-Ass. The crappier...
Wasn't there technology news?
Main power
I swear there was.
Telling authority that they're right. Oh, whatever. Windows 8 has been banned from a popular benchmarking site because it messes with the internal clock. James, I tried to make heads or tails of this. I don't think
I read through it all because I cared about this and anything that's down on Windows 8. Obviously, I love it. So look, this is quite a technical
every computer has an internal clock, right? How does the operating system mess with it?
Clock with a battery in it. Obviously, there's like a little coin cell battery that keeps the internal clock in sync. And then in previous versions of Windows, you could tap straight into that. It's like a hardware interrupt, so you could get straight at the hardware basically. Is what it comes down to. But in Windows 8, they kind of changed the kernel level stuff. That means it's now software, and it can fluctuate. So now the timings are unreliable. So they did this in order to perform better on lower powered devices because they've got the one kernel across every device kind of strategy, which isn't really paying off anyway. But that's why they did it. And unfortunately, this means that any benchmarks measured for, say, Windows 8 gaming rigs or whatever, they're basically invalid. You can cheat them. And even though no one's saying like you have cheated them, they've invalidated them all on this worldwide gaming performance site where you submit your own games.
As more and more computers come with Windows 8, this is just going to mean that benchmarking site can't benchmark Windows 8 at all anymore. They have to come up with some standardized way to do this.
Yeah, they have a standardized way, and Windows 8 broke it, and that's why they're not accepting them anymore.
Well, they're going to need
they have to come up with a new way to do it, or else.
No, the idea is that Windows 8 should fix it because this isn't just about benchmarking sites being unable to reliably benchmark. It's about poor streaming performance as well, obviously, because streaming apps rely upon being able to sync their data with an actual clock, and if that's going wrong, then lots of users are reporting stuttering on like Pandora and stuff. That's the upshot of this. Windows 8 messed up hardware clocks.
Yep.
And the thing is, they could fix it, but everyone thinks they won't.
But who plays games on Windows 8 anyway, to be honest?
Well, exactly, right? I mean, I just downgraded back to Windows 7. I'm no longer running Windows 8 anywhere.
I still run Windows 8 sometimes, but I'm kind of over it. If I
just
Windows
reviewed
7.
a Windows 8 laptop, and it went up on the Make Use Of today, actually.
A giveaway?
You reviewed a laptop?
Yeah, a giveaway, yo, for the Back to School month on the Make Use Ofs.
Like, was it a combination?
No,
like
it was it's a touchscreen, but it wasn't one of those like flip and fold.
Oh, it's one of those where you have to like reach out and touch your laptop screen.
Yeah, it's not a RT; it's a full normal Windows 8. AC.
Get the smudgy screen of a tablet with the portability of a laptop.
It's a Asus X202E. So the giveaway is live as of today. So there you go.
There you go. Check it out.
Free plug.
Can you install Windows 7 on it?
I don't know.
Yes, you can. Every laptop sold with Windows 8 comes with a downgrade license.
No, they don't. That's not.
Yes, they do.
But anyway, I didn't actually hate Windows 8 as much as everyone else in the world did.
Once you get to the desktop mode, it's basically just a faster version of Windows. That's
I've been having so much trouble with drivers and random stuff, which, you know, as tech writers, we test stuff out all the time, and I'm just so sick of things being incompatible with Windows 8, and just the general slowness that it takes to do anything. Damn it, where's that setting?
I found it pretty fast, but I did install it on a solid-state drive, so maybe it's not.
Yeah, I just put the programs that I use the most on it, like Steam and the browser, right on the Metro screen, and then joop, joop, and just open everything right from there, and it was, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Never to look for anything.
It's not the greatest operating system in the history of Earth, but it's okay.
I'll stick with Windows 7 for now, though. On my
right along that, Google went down during the show last week. No, the New York Times went down during the show last week. Google went down Friday around 5 o'clock my time for 5 minutes. It freaked me out. I was looking for images for articles. And all of a sudden, I got a 404 message from Google. I am not used to that. It made me deeply uncomfortable. So naturally, the first thing I did was tweet, "Google's down, everybody panic." And for some reason, this is like my most popular tweet ever, and it got retweeted a bunch of times, and then I was quoted by the New York Post. So I've wasted my 15 minutes on Google being down. It's all downhill from here. Like, I'm over. I'm done. I've had my moment in the spotlight now. The New York Post quoted me, and they didn't take me out of context. So that's pretty good for a Rupert-owned tabloid, isn't it, James? You'd know about those.
Sure.
Yeah, that's not bad. I can put that on the CV. Yeah.
Why don't I ever get quoted on my tweet?
Yes,
I want my tweets.
No one's gonna quote your freaking giveaway tweets. James on Twitter is the worst person to follow on the world. It's just like ads for Ben & Jerry's today, and you are terrible at Twitter. You're the worst. I tweeted, like, I hate your Twitter account, and it got, like, a favorite from Kashi in 5 seconds.
Well, that's because Kashi just sits around and waits for you to do anything.
He waits for us to interact with him. I like the guy. He makes us feel good. He makes us feel like we have an audience.
And I still have people following me.
If you're not Kashi and you want to get in touch with us, you can, guys. You really can.
I have 283 followers. Every effort, every ounce of my being is spent to destroy my follow count.
Oh, that makes me feel so bad.
And people follow me.
From now on, whenever I look at my follower count, I'm going to subtract 283, and that's what I'll think of as my real follower count. That's terrible. You're so bad at Twitter, James.
I know.
It makes me unhappy. Like, there's... Dave, what do you got for us?
About what topic?
Nothing.
Twitter follower count?
This week's episode is brought to you by Bitdefender Windows 8 Security. Bitdefender Windows 8 Security is the first internet security solution specifically designed for the new Windows 8 operating system. It holds 4 important features dedicated to Windows 8 online safety. 1. Early startup scanner. 2. Proactive app scanner. 3. Scan boost technology. And 4. Security info. The product, again, is the Bitdefender Windows 8 Security. Check it out to help support Technophilia. We'd appreciate it.
I just wanted you to read it, so.
I figured that out. Thanks for the useful
I figured
cue.
Bitdefender wouldn't appreciate me reading their ad copy with a Dota 2 courier on my head.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
That's from... Where did you win it or get it from some games conference or what?
No, I bought it.
Oh, dear God.
I only bought it because it comes with a special, very rare in-game courier.
Oh,
It looks like a zebra.
Wait, So yesterday, Dave P. and I, and you, were arguing about the new Disney game for Wii and PlayStation and PC and all that. What's it called? Disney Infinity, I think?
Yeah, it's the bullshit toy game.
Yeah, but you bought a bullshit toy to get in-game content for Dota, so...
Exactly.
It's exactly the same thing, isn't it?
But Dota is free.
Okay, so you, like, bought that to support it.
I've spent $30 on Dota-related things, which is still cheaper than one full video game. And I've played, like, 1 million hours of Dota.
And now you have a cool stuffed animal to put on your head.
I feel like I owe them some money.
Have you ever thought what you could have contributed to the world with those 1 million hours?
No.
Made something cool, productive.
That's such a depressing way to think about the world, James. I mean, sometimes you do things to enjoy them, and there's nothing bad about that.
In fact, I've often wondered, how can I find more time to play more Dota?
More people spent time online watching Gangnam Style than the entirety of effort that went into Wikipedia times like 100 or something like that. But does that mean it was stupid for everyone to watch it? Yes, but not because it's stupid to watch things. It's because that video wasn't that good. Yeah.
Oh. What?
Moving right along. The New York Times. Screwed. The New York Times was down during our show last week, which caused me to comment, oh, my link's broken. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, guys. It was the New York Times. They were down. The company called the problem internal, but the next day the Washington Post, which was recently acquired by Amazon's Jeff Bezos, random aside, was hacked by the Syrian Electronic Army. Well, that's not really a clear way to say it. The Syrian Electronic Army hacked an embedded feature that showed advertising links, and as such took down the Washington Post accordingly. But I just find this so useless, because since when is it a good way to get positive coverage, or to object to coverage of your cause, to piss off newspapers? Like, that doesn't do you any service from a public relations point of view, does it, Dave?
When I first read this story, I thought it said the Washington Post was hacked by the Salvation Army. And I was like, man,
that's a much better story.
The Washington Army
is down, and there's a link, half off everything in our thrift stores this weekend.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on with the Salvation Army? And then I read that it was the Syrian Army, and I was like, well, that's not funny at all. And then I was sad.
Oh, I like your story way better. Yeah. Okay, Salvation Army.
That doesn't seem like a very good way. That'd be like someone like emailing us at Make Use of Me and like, hey, can you review my shitty iPhone app? And then we say no, and then they hack Make Use of to get us to cover their shitty iPhone app. Like, that just doesn't make any sense.
No, you just watch. There's going to be a spin-off of the Salvation Army called the Salvation Electronic Army. And they're just going to be like the strong arm portion of the Salvation Army. They're just.
But these guys are the bad guys anyway, aren't they? I'm sure they don't really care about PR that much.
Hey, the Salvation Army are not bad people, all right? They help a lot of people, James. All right, God.
Yeah. But the Syrian Electronic Army is Assad's
the bad guys, yeah.
Assad's guy, the bad guys. You really watch too many American movies. The bad guys. What is up with you?
They're the bad guys. So I don't think they care that much.
It's an incredibly complicated thing. Yeah, I mean, they're not getting great coverage because they're the bad guys. Exactly. But I don't think hacking's going to do this much. Going to search for the Syrian army, eh?
I mean, why do they want their coverage anyway? Who cares?
Yeah, I think they just wanted attention. They wanted jackasses like us to talk about it into microphones.
They wanted jackasses like us to confuse them with the Salvation Army.
I'm telling you, Salvation Electronic Army gonna be huge. This is gonna change the world. Maybe one of the first things I could straight out is the obscene amount of filtering that happens in UK libraries. The British Library, a British library, apparently blocked British masterpiece Hamlet because it was too violent. Though this be madness, yet there is method in it. No, there isn't. There isn't in this case. This is just stupid. It's one of the great pieces of British art, and it's being blocked because of violence, and it just points to why censorship in general is bad, okay?
Okay.
So, I'm sure you have a counterpoint here, James.
Oh no, these are just stupid filters. They're like literally keyword filters for death and kill. That's moronic.
Yeah, I could understand why you might want to block some pornography sites. That makes total sense because it's really awkward when the guy
Which
next to you in the
obviously
library is
have
looking
lots
at
of
stuff.
words in them normally.
Yeah, well, not really.
Quality acting.
I'm fine with a blacklist that blocks specific domains that are known to, one, include nothing useful, and two, probably make people who are in the library sitting around you uncomfortable if you look at them there, because this crap does happen, you know.
Mm.
But a blocking Hamlet because of words, I mean, if people want to read stuff, that's fine with whatever.
I wish
the
they had
stupid thing
blocked
is,
all
they
of
could walk over
Shakespeare
to the
when I was at school.
bookshelf. They could walk over to the bookshelf, presumably, and find the complete works of William Shakespeare. There's probably like 5-6 copies of Hamlet on the shelf, so that's it's not a huge deal that it's blocked, but it does point to why systems like this are a pain in the ass. The college I went to had a filter called Bess, and half the time when you try to use the internet, you get this little dog icon would pop up and would say, "Bess can't go there." It was like the bane of my existence, because yeah, it was meant to block mostly pornography, I think, but it blocked a lot of other stuff. And that's the problem with these systems. They don't work.
I think this is a feature. Let's just block more Shakespeare. Do every
Why do you
school
hate
child in the
Shakespeare
country.
so much, man? I
It
get that
sucks.
people shouldn't
Come
be
on,
made
it
to
sucks.
read it, but on stage it's awesome. I guess it's not Breaking Bad levels of quality, but it's pretty good.
I think school kids could learn more from watching Game of Thrones.
I don't think Game of Thrones would be my go-to thing.
That would have livened up
I'm
English.
finally watching the new season of Breaking Bad, since you mentioned that. It's pretty
so
good.
So good. No,
I-
guys.
Me
If
and
you
Jess
haven't-
left off at the end of season 4, and then we just like never watched this new season.
season
And finally,
5.
like, maybe we should watch it. So then we did. So far, we're like 2
man.
episodes in.
I cannot say enough good things about this show. If anyone hasn't started watching it yet, everyone's going to tell you this. Wait till you get to season 3. It's going to be amazing. They're all right. I was skeptical too. Everyone who's ever said that to you is absolutely correct. You need to watch this show.
It's pretty good.
I think I only watched the first series and then just figured where on earth would they go from there.
They go some
Finished.
places, man.
Watch it.
It's finished.
They
It's
go
done.
some fucked up ass places.
Mexico, that's where they go. It's amazing. Watch it.
Yeah, that show gets
Fine.
crazier and crazier, man. It's just like,
Oh, but the last season, every episode seems to correspond to a first season episode. Like there's this mirroring thing going on, and it's brilliant. Yeah,
I saw
Shakespeare
a
could
thing
learn
on
something.
I saw a thing on Reddit where the actor who plays Jesse said that every time he meets like a guy and his girlfriend, the guy always asks him if he'll call his girlfriend bitch. Because he's always saying bitch. So the guy, people come up to me like, "Hey, man, can
bitch
you
is
call my
his
girlfriend a
catchphrase. It's
bitch for me? It
amazing.
would really make her day."
You know what? We should throw up a link to the Reddit AMA with Aaron Paul, who plays Jesse, because that was incredible.
I don't think I
I'm
read that
happy
one.
about
Did he just say bitch to every answer?
Everyone asked them to call him bitch, and he's like, "Yeah, bitch." He just played right along.
It doesn't really come across so well in the texting, though.
It's so funny. It's so
Yeah.
good. Aaron,
Bitch.
he's awesome.
Don't we have more Microsoft bashing news at some point?
Oh, it's
yeah,
coming
coming
up,
up
but first we're gonna get Steve
Shut up,
Jobs.
bitch.
Steve Wozniak's got a take on the new Jobs movie starring Ashton Kutcher. I thought I'd go over this a little. It was this quote I liked particularly. Wozniak saying of Jobs, "I'm grateful to Steve for his excellence in the I era and his contribution to my own life of enjoying great products, but this movie portrays him having those skills in earlier times." I found that interesting because there's no questioning that Steve Jobs nailed it out of the park, basically since taking Apple back and launching first the iMac and then a string of successes following the iPod. But there was a reason he was fired from Apple in the 80s. He wasn't as brilliant then, and Wozniak seems to be admitting that here, but the new Jobs movie seems to act like he was just brilliant the whole time. That's not how humans work, guys. We usually have to work to develop talent. We usually have to work to get really good at things. And most of us won't do the best work of our lives till we're older than 50.
I
Like,
think
that's
I'm doing
just
the best
how
work
it
of my
is.
life right now. So
No, you're not.
this very episode of the Technophilia.
And you know what? If you don't look back at yourself right now, if you don't look back at 5 years and think, wow, I was an idiot back then, you're not progressing as a human being. Like that's just something you should be doing. You should always be trying to get a little bit better.
You could probably
And,
do the
I mean,
best work of your life, Dave, if you stop playing Dota.
Yeah.
No.
Just throwing that out there.
To be fair, he is
so
playing the best Dota of his life right now.
Listen, when I'm winning $5 million at the International 4, you know.
Yeah, remember last week when I said how
son.
it gives false hopes to desperate little children? That's you I'm talking about there, Dave.
I'm not giving no children hope. Listen, kids, you're never going to be a pro Dota player. You probably suck, and you should probably just go play Call of Duty because you have no skill.
Also, by the time you're good enough, Dota's not going to be the game people play. That's the thing with this, is the games people keep playing keep changing a lot.
Oh no, man, Dota's been around for like 12 years now or something. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon.
I don't know if any of you guys are fans of Freddie Wong's work on YouTube. But he's got this show out right now called Video Game High School. It's moderately amusing, based on a future in which competitive gaming is the most important thing in the world. The special effects are fantastic. The writing,
that was a movie, wasn't it?
It was on Netflix as a movie, but it started as a web series and 10-minute things. The first season 1 was just like 10-minute videos. Season 2, they're doing like full-blown 40-minute episodes, and they're up to 4. I think they're doing 10. So worth checking out if you like that sort of thing.
Nah, I couldn't finish the movie. It was.
It's cheesy. They're going for that 80s sitcom vibe. But the
Go to Hate Group is in the chat.
It's amazing to see what a group with no budget does, though, because the whole thing was paid for by a little Kickstarter. Pretty cool to see what the internet makes possible. But yeah, there is a marked increase of quality once you get studio executives involved, as much as I hate to say it. Someone needs to reject shit so that you make something better. But, I don't know, moderately amusing. Check it out. Hey,
you're moderately amusing.
If we hadn't already used that as an episode title, I'd...
Yeah, I was going to say. We can't use that again.
Oh, Microsoft is shutting down their QR code service. I think it was called MobiCode. I remember seeing sometimes the occasional ad in The Economist would use it, and the code would be like this big, not very big, like 4 postage stamps sized, and the explanation on how to use a MobiCode below it would be like, you need to download Microsoft's MobiCode app from the Google App Store or the iPhone App Store in order to scan it, and then you need to hold, like, the explanation was twice as long as the frickin' code took up on the space.
This was called Microsoft Tag.
Tag, okay, different.
Which was a proprietary QR-like code platform, which was a bit higher density than QR codes, and you could use color and stuff. But I mean, come on, I hate QR codes like as much as the next person, but the whole point was that they were supposed to be ubiquitous, and then that guy Microsoft comes along and says, hell no, we'll make our own version that doesn't work with anything else.
Yeah, and then that was the really stupid part. So now you're fragmenting a market that's struggling to reach any kind of audience at all. What was interesting is how much advertisers embraced it. And when advertisers embrace it before regular humans, you know that what you've got here is probably not all that useful. I'm sorry. But the real problem with it is it didn't solve a problem. If you put a URL at the bottom of something, if people are interested in it, they can type stuff into their smartphone. It's not like typing a web address takes 25 minutes on a smartphone. Like, it's not that hard. So it just didn't solve any kind of problem, except for Toyota, who originally developed it in order to keep track of their inventory. That made perfect sense. And I think you're going to see QR codes continue to be used in industrial contexts. Does not make sense in publishing. But I get the reflex. The publishing industry is looking for ways to make things more digital. And the smartphone could be an opportunity, if you're reading the morning paper, to like, oh, watch a video. Cool. My newspaper has video. I'm living in the friggin' future. That was the dream. The fact is, nobody does it. Yeah.
Someone wants a QR code on my forehead. I could do that.
That would help us track you.
Shall I?
If there was a QR code in your forehead, we could then use all the many cameras that your wonderful country has placed everywhere to track your location constantly. Yeah. I think this is a good idea. That way you wouldn't get lost so much. We worry about you, James. We worry about you. I know Dave worries about you.
I don't worry about him. I hope he falls off a cliff.
Nah. He hacked a Lemmings ROM so that all the lemmings have like your face, and he just watches them die.
That would be awesome. Can we make that happen?
No.
Yes, we're doing. I'm just watching Dave sit there, not touching the mouse at all, just watching all the Jameses go off the cliffs.
He's touching the mouse. He has to, because he's currently playing Dota.
Well,
No,
right now,
I can't play
I was
Dota.
imagining. It was in my imagination. Shut up, James.
You are really
Walk off
playing
a
Dota, right?
cliff.
No.
Let's move
After
on
the
to the
show,
gaming
though,
news. The
I'll
part
be
of the show where
streaming it.
we sometimes get Dave's partial attention for a little while. Top story this week, courtesy of CBC.ca. Half of men who make $100,000 or more are gamers. This is an interesting little tidbit here. And playing game more often seems to be predictive of making more money, surprising or not. Now, I don't know if this means that having women in your life is detrimental to having a successful career. Ha ha ha! I'm hilarious. But no, there's a stereotype that playing games for 5 hours when you get home is somehow less productive than watching TV for 5 hours, which is what normal red-blooded Americans do. But I'd argue that if you're going to have one of those two habits, gaming's probably much better. It's goal-oriented, it breaks the world down into manageable tasks, and then you go forward and you do them. It seems almost downright educational when you think about it. What do you think, James?
I would say yes, playing video games does give you a certain skill set that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get. But this study isn't necessarily showing a causality. It could just be that
it's not
people who earn lots of money also play video games because
they
rich.
Can afford.
Right.
Yeah, at the time, too. Yeah. It's not a study, it's a survey.
A survey, sorry.
Different than a study. A study attempts to reach some kind of conclusion.
But the interesting thing about it that goes different from James's argument is that the more they make, the longer hours they play.
Yes.
According to the thing, it says 100,000 and 200,000 played 5 to 2 hours a week, and 300,000 to 400,000 played 10 hours a week.
Well, that's because they have absolutely no other worries in their life. All they've got is free time to do bugger all and play video games, right?
That's true. I think, yeah, because I noticed, like, when I was working at the pharmaceutical company, like, the CEO of the company, like, never worked. He was never there. He'd just show up every now and then when they had a big meeting. So, and he would do, everything was remote. He would just, he was home and he would just be like, yeah, do this, yeah, do this. And he'd call into stuff. So I guess he just had a lot of time to just be, and I assume other CEOs would be in a similar boat, just have time
in 2009, there was also a study which showed PC gamers have a higher IQ than people who play consoles. Interesting little fact.
Which also doesn't surprise me because they got to tinker with their PCs and they have to customize them.
Well,
and,
just the fact that if you have a computer, right, you're going to have a higher IQ than someone who only has a console.
Well, I think most people who own a console also own PCs. They just may not own a PC that's capable of gaming.
Yeah. I would have to disagree with you there. I've met tons of people who only have a console.
You don't know? You know people who don't own a computer?
They might own a Mac.
Oh,
they might not own. Well, like they
there
have
are
no
lots of people who don't own a computer. Yeah.
My
who
brother
the hell
owns
do
a
you
PS3.
know that doesn't own a computer?
My brother owns a
people.
PS3 and does not have a computer. He has an internet connection specifically for playing games online using his PS3. Owns no computer whatsoever. Doesn't have a Facebook account. There's a lot of working class people, especially Dave, who are in that category. Believe it or not.
That's what I meant. Not poor people. Working class.
Working class. Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
if we're professional bloggers, kind of a prerequisite to own a computer to do our jobs, right? But and there's an increasing number of people who have a computer, but it's like 6 years old, and they've got a smartphone, and it's way faster than their computer, so they just don't bother with the thing anymore.
Are these people you know that don't own computers? Are they older?
It's my younger brother. He is 5 years younger than
Your
me.
younger brother.
Yeah.
That's just weird.
He works construction. He doesn't care about social networks. He has a PlayStation for playing games. What compelling reason is there for him to have a computer?
I don't know, to read about the news of the world, to go on
that's not his interest.
To read about the video games he wants to play.
No, they get magazines for that.
No, his entertainment.
Magazines?
He likes playing video games. He likes watching hockey. There's I don't know.
There's a lot of people who don't have a computer. Is the point?
Following
they just don't have an interest
NHL
in having a computer. What?
NHL news.
Sports Center. In Canada, you can get hockey news.
But you know what? Not having a
can't
computer
here.
does have a serious detriment to anyone studying at school and stuff.
Oh yeah, for school that's a huge problem.
Time, like when you go, they like assume that you have. What are you gonna bust out like a word processor and type?
No,
your
I mean
paper
like
on?
lower school, not university. I mean school.
And
like,
actually,
like high school.
I was reading in the New York Times that for a lot of people 50 and over, a lack of computer knowledge is the main thing that's keeping them from getting back into the job market. Because if they had a job doing something that didn't require a computer, lost that job, now they can't even find jobs listed because jobs aren't in newspapers really anymore. So yeah, it's a huge, the digital divide is a growing problem. And there's just a lot of people who are never interested in computers. They never saw a reason to get into it. I mean, for us, it's just innately awesome. We love geeking out over this stuff. It's just not everyone's priority. But it is problematic how those people are now going to have a hard time getting a job again, ever again.
Well, let's face it, you can't get a job now without using a computer.
Yeah, you probably need to at least know how to log your hours using a computer if you're a janitor at this point in history. Yeah. That's just, you need to.
That's just how it is.
I think if you don't have a computer, you should go buy one.
Oh,
yeah, they're
well,
not expensive. They're not expensive. Hell, you could probably just like go to a street corner and find one that more or less works.
Let's have some more funny Windows news.
I see computers at Goodwill all the time for like $30.
Yep, the Salvation Army in town. The electronics section of the Salvation Army.
Yes, the Salvation Army has plenty of computers. How else are they able to hack the Washington Post?
It's just a Beowulf cluster of donated computers that they use to attack the Washington. That's our headline. Salvation Army hacks Washington Post. That's it. We've got this one, guys. I got to think of art now. Everyone has a computer. Who are these people? They're people who don't care, Kashi. I mean, yeah, he's over in India being like, what is wrong with Americans? How could you not own a computer? This is awesome.
Well, I don't know. I personally don't know a single person who doesn't own a computer who's not older than 80.
That's funny. All the people I know who are older than 80 have computers because they want to use Facebook to see pictures of their grandchildren. Like, that's more of a concrete incentive than for some.
My grandma doesn't have a computer, but her place she lives at has like a room with computers, so she can go on it, but she doesn't.
Honestly, I will say this. If you're college educated, you own a computer. That's basically, if you look at the stats, that bears that out. But not everyone's college educated, and I don't know how many people you know who aren't, Dave. But that's a...
Plenty of them.
At least went to some college. Really? Okay. I don't know.
You're also what I think it is, though? I think it's also because you are in the, like, the Midwesterner area, and I'm in the Northeast, and I think
I grew up in a farming community.
That the Northeast is more computer. We have more broadband penetration here and everything, so I would venture to guess that it's more. There's more computers owned here percentage-wise. I can't say for sure because I don't have numbers.
I would say it's less regional and more rural, urban. I grew up in a very rural area. And it's just not a priority for everyone. I still think my brother's a freak for not owning a computer. Don't get me wrong, but that's just how it is. Fortunately, he'll never hear this. Maybe my mom's
yeah, he doesn't have a computer, so no worries.
No, you can get it on PlayStation. It's amazing what he can do with PlayStation. He uses that built-in browser like a pro. Yeah.
Does he have a keyboard hooked up to his?
No, he's just really good at the on-screen keyboard. It was amazing to watch, actually. Moving along a little bit, Games for Windows Live, which was the Windows equivalent of Xbox Live, is shutting down. Gone. This will really upset its 5 users, won't it, Dave?
I mean, I think people only use that thing because they're like, oh shit, we can get and play like shitty Windows easy cheap games and get achievements, and now I don't think anybody actually like.
Wait, does that mean my Minesweeper achievements are going away?
I think there's still achievements though, but it's now built in. It's still built in somehow to your Xbox Live account, but it's all in that Windows 8 App Store.
To play the new Minesweeper, you needed an Xbox Live account, basically. Because
but you got achievements.
Gamers really want to show off their mind. Well, I don't know if you've tried the new Minesweeper for Windows 8. It's mind-blowingly complex. They added like an adventure mode.
The Games for Windows Live Marketplace is shutting down tomorrow, and the full service, the Games for Windows Live service, which lets you multiplayer with. Didn't they have a cross-platform Halo thing at some point? I thought that was a thing where you could play Halo from
weird mini Halo game.
That's going back.
There was something there. But anyway, the service is shutting down July next year, which is going to include like Age of Empires Online or whatever.
Was this like you had to pay for the service, or it was just bundled?
You could if you wanted like Xbox Live Gold stuff, but I don't think any of those features were. It's not like Xbox where like you can't use Netflix on your PC or whatever. So
yeah.
But now everything's just going to the Windows 8 App Store, so it's not really.
Yeah, they're just replacing one thing with another. Microsoft does this all the time. SkyDrive, they haven't renamed it yet. Continue sending your SkyDrive alternative name submissions to Twitter. Would be awesome to hear from you. Stop the press, everyone! Shut up, James. Shut up. We've got a list of Xbox One exclusives here, and there's 2 games that stand out above all others. We've got a Peggle and Plants vs. Zombies. So
I don't think
truly...
these stand out so much as they are the only ones. Not being
How is that
funny.
exclusive? I'm going to start playing it on my Mac right now. Like,
hey,
Peggle 2,
is awesome, all right, bros?
And Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. These are the exclusive Xbox One games. Yep, you heard it here first. He's actually playing it now, isn't he?
Hey, speaking of speaking of Plants vs. Zombies, did you guys know Plants vs. Zombies 2 came out?
no.
No, did we care?
I haven't beaten the first one yet. I kind of got sick of it halfway through. I don't know. Casual games have trouble keeping my attention sometimes.
Well, the Plants vs. Zombies 2 is free.
Is it?
You mean it has in-app purchases?
Yeah, but it's like power-ups and stuff, you know, and like other plants.
You don't need them to beat the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be harder without it.
Is this the one that EA released that you suddenly had to pay for everything in order to advance like one level even?
Well, I'm making it through the game. I haven't spent any money yet, so I'm making it through the game without spending any money at all.
Fair enough.
So is it for major platforms or just...
I think it's just mobile.
iPhone?
iPhone? Oh, it's just the iPhone.
Well, I assume Android, too.
I do not see an Android link here.
Well, fuck you then.
That makes sense.
No, but it's actually good. I like it. I like it's much nicer looking, first of all, than the original, and it's fun, and yeah.
So I'm the one who doesn't have a taste in games, and you're the one playing Plants vs. Zombies 2, our esteemed gaming editor.
Is one of the best casual
Plants vs. Zombies was legit fun. It really was. Like there's a reason. Yeah.
And what's cool about this one that might actually help make it more interesting for you, Justin, is that like the whole premise is you go back in time, so it's not like just like, oh, now it's night, oh, now it's day, now you're on the roof. It's like, now you're in ancient Egypt, now you're in pirates, now you're in this place. So
why would that make it more interesting to me? I mean, what's interesting about Plants vs. Zombies?
You said you got bored with Plants vs. Zombies because it didn't keep your interest, but now it has more variety.
Although the problem wasn't visual, I just kind of got sick with the gameplay. I kind of maybe if I played it on a tablet, I would have just mindlessly played it more, but on my computer, I'm like, okay.
It's definitely more of a mobile game. You go in there and you play a level while you're pooping, and then you do that every day, and eventually you're done.
During my playthrough, that it would have been better as a mobile game than
I started playing Uncharted 3.
Uncharted 3, how do you like it?
It's pretty cool. It was free with the PlayStation Plus thing, which I'm really
Did you play the other ones?
No. I just jumped straight into this one.
Wow, that's a very story-based series.
I don't know how much I don't know what I'm missing, obviously, by not being able to refer back to the old ones, but it's quite fun, the way it switches you back between the playing as the kid and then playing as the old guy. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, Jess played through all of those in like a week.
Holy crap, really? This Jess character sounds kind of awesome. You should have her on the show sometime.
Sat down, just straight up was like, I really want to play the Uncharted series, and was just like, I'm going to play all of them, and then she just brute force through them.
I've been holding off on getting the heist one. What is it? Sorry, I forgot the name of it. The bank robbing game. I really want to get that.
Payback. Bank robbing game.
Payday. That's it. Payday. Because I do really enjoy the first one, but I want to play the second one now.
I hear it's good. It's like Left 4 Dead, but with stuff.
But with stuff.
But with police instead of zombies, right?
Oh my goodness.
Do you have Left 4 Dead or anything, Dave? Maybe we could play sometime.
I have 1 and 2, I think. Let me see. I have 1 and 2 in my Steam library.
Oh, on PC?
Yeah, on PC.
Seeing as the Xbox is offering amazing exclusives such as Plants vs. Zombies, you almost certainly want to know when the PS4 is going to be released. It was announced this week, November 15 in the US. Europeans, you suck. You have to wait till November 29. Screw you.
Yep, that sucks. And it's already sold out. The pre-orders.
Of course it is. How's the Xbox pre-orders? Are those up?
God, does anyone care?
I don't know. I want that Kinect pretty badly. But the Xbox, it's going to be like a drama that you get to watch. Like, what features do I have today? Are they the same as yesterday? Are things gone? Are new things coming? Who knows? Like, you could buy this device, and 5 years from now, it might just be amazing, and it might just show a picture of Hitler's mustache and nothing else. Like, you don't know what direction it's going to go, so I find that just invigorating.
It appears they've sold out of pre-orders on Xbox One too, but that doesn't mean anything without knowing what the actual inventory is on either, to be honest.
Yeah, to say they're sold out of pre-orders, that could just be where the companies always do that to, you know, hey, we got to create hype. Also, I don't know what your article was talking about. They have a lot more exclusives than those two games.
What do they have? Tell me.
They have Titanfall, they have Rise, Son of Rome, they have Halo, they have Dead Rising 3, they have Forza 5. Those are just to name a few.
Damn you for lying to me, Destructoid.
Maybe those are just the exclusive indie games or something?
Maybe. Maybe those are just the most awesome ones that are worth talking about.
I don't know. Titanfall looks pretty fucking awesome. Anyway.
Let's get to listener feedback, the part of this show where we talk about
the
things
episode of us claiming that the only exclusive Xbox One games were Peggle and Plants vs. Zombies.
Rise,
I didn't say they were the
one that
only
uses
ones.
the Kinect thing. That's lame.
I said they were the most exciting ones. That's what I
Well,
said. Then James
the
corrected.
one that the ones I'm most interested in from the exclusive list would be Titanfall, Dead Rising 3, and Forza 5. But I love Forza.
Titanfall.
I'm now paying more attention to the chat room than you.
Titanfall is the one from Respawn Entertainment, the guys who used to be Infinity Ward.
You mean Call of Duty?
Yeah. They used to make Call of Duty, but then the heads of Infinity Ward left and started Respawn, and now they're making Titanfall. So it's basically Call of Duty with big robots.
So are you going to buy GTA 5 when it comes out straight away, or are you going to wait until you've got a PS4?
No, I'm buying it straight away. I can't wait for a GTA, man. I can't wait.
I know, right?
It's just going to look a little prettier and stuff. I don't really care. I'm just going to buy it.
They've said that there's going to be a upgrade path where you can like only pay a really small amount to get it upgraded to a PS4 version, which was pretty.
Well, fine, I'll do that. But I'll probably get on Xbox One, not PS4.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, Dave? After everything we've talked about, you just want to do this for Titanfall?
I'm getting both consoles, but it'll be the same as always. Any game that's on both, I'll get it on the Microsoft platform.
Why? Why would you choose to do that?
Because I have no faith in Sony being able to make a multiplayer platform that works. So I will stick with Microsoft because I know their multiplayer will be good.
Well, that sucks.
But for exclusives, then get them on whatever system they're on. Plus, I know all my friends are going to get Xbox One because all my friends are Xbox people. They've been Xbox since the original Xbox, and they're going to keep being original. They're going to keep being Xbox. So
I don't know why I always preferred Call of Duty on the PlayStation.
Also, that's the other thing too. I hate the PlayStation's joysticks. I like the separated joysticks. I don't like them parallel like that.
Seriously, PlayStation needs to redesign its freaking joystick. They just kept it around as long as they have.
From what I've understand from E3, the PlayStation 4 controller is supposed to be fantastic. Even with the joysticks the way they are, they're just not shitty.
I don't understand why they've still got the shoulders and the trigger reversed. I want to shoot with the goddamn trigger, not the shoulder buttons. Why does every game do that? Why is that a thing on PlayStation?
Wait, with PlayStation games you shoot with the shoulder buttons, not the triggers?
Yeah.
Well, that's dumb. Can't you adjust the controls?
Exactly right. Well, you probably can. I'm just whinging. I just don't know why it does that by default. You'd figure a trigger was for...
for shooting?
Yeah.
Well, it's probably because the triggers on the PlayStation controller are terrible compared to the Microsoft controller. They're like weird half-trigger, half-button things.
Hopefully they fix that. Hey, I got my press pass for, what is it? The thing down in London. God, I've forgotten the name now.
Stupid batteries.
Video game conference thing.
Yeah, it's a video game conference thing. I've forgotten what it's called.
That's what it's called. Video game conference thing.
Eurogamer Expo. I got a nice little press pass for that. And apparently the first 500 people who turn up to play Call of Duty are going to get the free Prestige edition of the game. The one that comes with like a head-mounted camera.
Well, that's cool.
That's cool. So I got to get down there early.
You know that everybody's going to run straight to that thing when you get there, so you better,
Yeah.
hustle.
Maybe I'll try and get there at 8 a.m. or something.
I bet you people will be there like at midnight the night before.
That would be if that's the case, I'll come straight back home again. So
you know how gamers are, man. They just like lining up for shit.
I'm actually
you
just
don't even
going
have to know
play
what they're lining
HD,
up for. They're just like, oh, there's a line. Let's go stand in it, and maybe we'll get something free.
I want to play the HD Oculus. That's my only reason for going, really.
I'm sure it is.
That'll be cool.
I'm sure it'll be awesome.
I think Justin's got bored.
I'm starting my own podcast with 2 of the commenters. I've just decided it. I'm so sick of you guys.
Huh?
You don't even know who they are.
I don't know.
Doesn't
Texas. Texas seems cool. Texas seems all right.
Did we run out of news, or I'm sure we still had something?
Oh, we still have listener feedback. So wait, actually, one more thing. So now that Sony has popped on the release date, you think Microsoft's going to be like, yeah, well, we're going on November 7th or something to get out first?
November 14th, and in Europe, November 28th. Oh, yeah.
What the fuck
Shut
is
up.
going on right now?
Every time James talks, I'm just going to do that. I don't know the comments. They wanted me to try out some sound effects, so I'm trying it.
So, I think Microsoft will try to get out first. That's my guess. Do we want to read these stupid stories from Koshi, or do we not?
Something about the pirate browser not making you anonymous, but we already knew that. Apparently it only uses the Tor network to link into its own site, and it doesn't go any further into Tor.
It's not supposed to make you anonymous. It's supposed to help you pirate stuff, and it certainly does that. It gives you access to the torrents. That's what
I haven't tried it anyway.
Yeah,
you should all just use primewire.ag.
I mean, was the pirate browser ever claiming to make you anonymous? That wasn't the point,
Nope.
was it? Yeah. So,
But it doesn't make any sense anyway. If you're going to go download torrents with this thing, then you actually have to download the file from the torrent, at which point you're going to get busted anyway. Shut up!
Yes, Texas Tech, I'm the one with the large hair.
Large hair?
It's Justin, the one with the large hair.
Creepo says, horrible, stop it.
I'm done.
Google, Koshi also wants us to know that Google patched the Android flaw that led to a Bitcoin heist.
Wait, there was a Bitcoin heist?
I don't know.
I have
Maybe
a feeling
these
it
people
would have
were
been a
playing
lot less fun to
Payday
watch
game
than a
too
diamond
much,
heist.
and they took it too seriously, so they heisted some Bitcoins.
It's like the
I'm not
worst
going to actually
heist
read
movie.
the story. I'm going to make up the story based on the headline. So there was a flaw in Android that let people, they were able to download an app called Bitcoin R Us, and when you downloaded it, it would parse the Bitcoin servers for any user data of people who had Bitcoins, which you could then use the app to steal from their computer, and Android has since fixed it. Google has fixed it.
Wow, that's basically
the story.
correct.
If I'm right,
one
look it
email
up to
address.
find out if I'm right, though.
55 Bitcoins were stolen from various people, and they went to the one email address. Yeah, basically, yeah. You know, digital money. People can steal it. But I have to say, this would make the worst heist movie I've ever seen in my life. That would just be boring to watch, yeah.
And finally?
So the last one from Koshi is that Google's definition of literally is literally not literally.
Yeah, I'm literally burning with rage based on this one. They're saying that literally now it has 2 definitions. One meaning that it's like factually true, like it actually happened, like James literally has no hair, and 2, now it just means like used for emphasis. So they basically meant that literally means nothing.
Hate to break it to you, but this has nothing to do with Google. It's the Oxford English Dictionary that changed it.
Yeah. So that's the end of that. Thanks for democratically ruining English, jackasses. I hate all of you.
No, you literally hate all of them.
I don't even know if that's proper usage or not. That's the meaning changes depending.
Well, now it is, yes.
Screw you guys.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Literally. Well, I think that's all the stories we've got for this week. I could start trying to end the show and have you guys cut me off. That's our tradition, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, I want to thank everyone for participating in the chat room. Stay tuned for my new show, which is going to be with Creepo and the Texas Tech person. We're going to be way better than this piece of crap. Thanks so much for listening, though. For now, Fanny Boy He's gone. He changed his name, Wolfie. It's over.
What?
He was Justin's okay, and then I think he is Creepo now. I think these are the same person. If you want to hear more from us, or you want to let us know how we're doing, head over to facebook.com/Technophilia podcast or twitter.com/the Technophilia, where you can talk to us, let us know ideas, things you'd like to hear about on the show, or just sound off with your opinions. If you sound off on Twitter, we will retweet you to our dozen of followers, and talk back to you, maybe mention you on the show. So get in touch. We want to hear from you.
We should leverage our Facebook to make us have more Twitters.
Yeah, that's true. We'll redirect everyone, because I have a lot of fun on Twitter, and you can hear Dave and I if we have a particularly dumb conversation, it'll be echoed there for you guys all.
But Justin has to be more professional now because he's the boss.
Oh, that's true. I'm the managing editor of MakeUseOf.com, so I guess I have to care somewhat about our public image. But you know what? This is Technophilia, and I'm going to run it as I always have. We're not changing this at all.
Nudity on every episode.
Nudity every episode. That's why I'm not wearing pants right now. I don't think I've ever worn pants on the show. Why would I? I've got a laptop. This is my pants. Follow up. You can follow me directly at JHPot. You can follow Dave directly at SideOx. Is there a special spelling in there? Or is it just SideOx?
It's just how it sounds, bro.
SideOx, yeah. Or do not follow James on Twitter.
Wolfie Smith with a 0.
Don't follow him. He's stupid.
You just promised to post a real tweet of your followers, and now
you know what? With our listeners, everyone's gonna follow you and no one else now, because they just do whatever they're told not to do. Don't follow me, jackasses. No, if you want to talk to me during the week, that's the best way to do it. I check it when I should be working quite often. So, yeah.
My tweets, my @replies now are mostly just people tweeting articles.
Most of our Facebook followers are fake, James Fanboy. You're right about that. Just one more kind of a tidbit here. If you don't listen to the show live, you should try it sometimes. It happens at 1? No, it used to be 1. Now it's 11 Eastern Time in the U.S. What time is that in the UK?
UTC, 4 p.m. UK, which is currently on GMT +1.
So it's during the workday. It's a great distraction. If you leave it open in the background, you can leave the chat room open. You can tell Dave to do stuff, and he'll just do it. Just like that.
No one called me straight this episode.
Oh, I will. You're straight.
Where's
but you know
Ray
what? I'm okay with that because I'm straight too, and you know what? I'm not ashamed of that at all.
I think Ray and Randy are I think I killed them.
Probably. Yeah. Have fun playing your games, everyone. Take care. Let's do the art, but I'm calling the title this week. It's Salvation Electronic Army. So ideas for that. Good. I was thinking of some kind of robot Santa, but this is going to take some effort, I think. Cool. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. We're going to do the art now. So hang around. Let me know what you want. I might switch computers here for a second, if you don't mind, James.
Also, I'm going to go play one game of Dota if anybody wants to watch on the twitch.tv/sideox. Feel free to...
Can you not stream it here?
I don't know. I probably could stream it there too. I could do screen sharing and put it there.
Let's see if I can stream from over here yet.
Hey everyone. I'm moving to the kitchen now. It's time. Wait, you're going to stream just on there? Oh, there, great. See? Stunning view of the back of your head.
There it is. There's the Dota on the chat room.
Post-game show. Post-game show. So, anyone want to help me find images for this sucker?
I think you should just use something thrift shop related. How about a photo of a really old computer, like an old compact or something.
Salvation Electronic Army, and we just have a really old computer. That's pretty cool. I'm kind of wanting this robot Santa thing too, though. So I'm kind of split. Wait, I gotta do the screen share button.
My screen share brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours, damn right. It's better than yours, I could teach you, but I have to charge.
For whatever that was.
You're weird.
Boy, the pipes, the pipes, the pipes. Oh man, this Aaron Paul AMA was the best ever.
James Fanny Boy hates everything. He hates Twitch. He hates.
Oh, we can see you playing this week. That's awesome.
Twitch is pretty. What's wrong with Twitch?
I go to Twitch, I think, more than I go to any other website on the entire internet.
Are you kidding me?
Really?
Yeah, I'm on Twitch like all day. I just usually when I'm working, I just open Twitch up and throw some Dota on in the background, and then I just leave it on and look up occasionally when something cool happens.
If I get Dota, can I come fuck up your game?
Robert Wiesehan, who Twitches as Bandana Rob, recently had the experience of programmers watching him play their game and commenting. So cool shit happens on Twitch, man. Are you gonna play SimCity? Is that your plan, James? What are you doing?
I was hoping to, but the bloody thing's updating.
That game the servers haven't been taken down for that yet.
This is the SimCity experience.
Origins sucks as well. I'm trying to download bloody Battlefield 3 and it's pausing the download.
I just assumed at this point that EA had taken the servers down for that game.
it's just.
I'm so glad I didn't buy that, man. Oh my god.
Kind of seems like we didn't miss out any there.
What a letdown. They're talking about on Giant Bomb's podcast how that's got to easily be in the running for like the biggest disappointment of the year award when it comes time for all those of the year awards.
Are you kidding? What's wrong with SimCity?
Bad of a game. I get there was a lot of issues around it.
Well, it was just so yeah, exactly. It was so disappointing. Everyone had such high hopes for it, and it came out and it was broken. Everyone has since stopped playing it.
I have stopped playing it, but it's not broken.
It was broken.
Well, so are a lot of games.
Yeah, but it was really broken.
Technophilia 77.
And then the people who still everybody wanted to play it in the beginning, and then the people who still want to play it, their cities are all useless because everybody else has stopped playing it. So that whole
surrounding. I didn't even think of that. If the surrounding neighborhoods shut down.
So you don't play with other people.
But
it's a game built to be played with other people.
But you don't have to. You just start a private region. I never played with other people because they all suck.
Yeah, but you're missing out on the core experience of the game if you're not.
Dave, you're playing with someone called Anal Punisher.
Should I play?
You're not anal.
I'll play Skeleton King.
Oh, is that you, Dave?
Or Morphling.
I love you, Dave Parak, pretending to be James Fanny Boy.
I'm mad at Dave Parak right now.
Dave P.
What? How's for reasons that make sense, or are you setting up a joke? What's going on?
No, reasons that make sense. Dave Parak, go buy a gaming PC now, you cheap bastard.
What? What's going on?
You know what's going on.
I need a good picture. Oh, we could do Commodore 64.
You know what's going on, Justin. You know.
Want to say hi to everyone, Kathy?
I know.
Oh, wait, the camera's not on. What am I doing? Kathy says hi. I like the Commodore 64 idea.
Application then, Dave. I'll do it if no one else does.
What?
Did you like my application for your gaming writers then? I'll do it if no one else does.
Yeah, you didn't get the job. Sorry, James.
I'm devastated.
Dave, James's fanboy here wants you to narrate Dota. What's going on? What are you doing?
All right, I just leveled up my first ability, and now I'm going to buy my starting items, which this build tells me to buy more items than I can afford. So I don't know what that's all about. And then I'm going to go walk to my lane, and I'm going to wait for the game to start. And if this was a pro game, they would be walking through the other team's jungle to go see if they can scout out an early level 1 kill. But I'm not. This is not a pro game, and no one does that. They just go to their lanes and wait.
Oh, that reminds me. I was going to start playing.
What happened?
Recently taken up a bit of a new job, so it might be tight to fit it in.
He's probably typing. Stop typing.
Didn't you say you were going to stream something or something?
Yeah, I was going to play Cave Story.
Yeah, that's right.
And
I'm laning with Weaver. See, this guy's Weaver. He's blue.
Commodore 64 logo in there, right? There, wait.
I saw a Commodore computer at the flea market a couple weeks ago, but the guy, it was like still in working condition, so the guy wanted like $400 for it.
You know what? I think, yeah, that does make sense. It's a classic computer.
But it wasn't a Commodore 64. It was some other kind of Commodore computer.
Syrian Electric.
So right now, a person who wanted me to commentate, what I'm doing is blocking these little creeps to keep the lane pushed closer to our tower, which is what I want.
What?
He wanted me to explain what I'm doing, so I'm explaining.
Yeah, he's narrating what he's doing.
Explain it like I'm 5, you doofus. None of that made any sense to me.
I'm blocking the little guys and preventing them from getting to their tower, which is up here, and keeping them closer to my tower, which is good. It makes it easier for me to kill them.
So it's basically a castle defense game.
Sort of. The towers are an integral part of the game, yes.
Huh.
Let me know. I got the Commodore 64 logo in there with the little rainbow. I got the keyboard. It's a public domain image, so no problems there. What do you think? Unless someone in the chat room can think of something better, I think this is what I'm going with.
I got something better for you.
What do you got better for me?
Nah, just kidding. I got nothing, bro.
Is this a pub games? I don't know what that means, guys.
Yeah, this is a pub. What do you think? I'm some kind of pro playing freaking scrims or something?
Thing, James.
Public?
Yeah, public.
Oh, public! I thought like you were in a pub playing video games, which sounds not very fun to me at all.
Yeah, totally. I'm playing a pub. In a pub.
What do you think of this art, Kathy?
Kathy thinks it sucks, just like everything else you do.
Oh, that's mean. That's very mean.
And factually accurate.
Because they sell old computers at the Salvation Army.
Oh.
Do we need something more direct? Should I find like a thrift store?
No. No, because it looks menacing. For a while, I thought the keys were robots.
The old Commodore 64 keys. Yeah, this does look menacing, doesn't it? And I'm just picturing like a Beowulf cluster of Commodore 64s being used to hack the Washington Post.
So we just got the first kill. So we are lead off.
Dave should make a tutorial video. Oh, I'd watch that. I'd watch that.
Dude, I'm not good enough at Dota to make tutorial videos of Dota. If he's referring to Dota.
Seriously, it's still updating. 17%. Oh my God.
I'm a very average skilled Dota player.
Stay tuned next week for James Updates SimCity.
Torchlight.
Oh, I forgot about Torchlight. I have that now.
You have Torchlight 1?
Yeah, it was given away for free. Kathy's been playing it like crazy. I haven't.
I think I have 1 and 2. I'm not sure.
Kathy has to spend late nights in the lab. You want to see her, says Creepo. Might want to change your username before you say that.
Now, if you want to see a man's wife, you shouldn't have the name Creepo.
Yeah, that's not a good strategy. Maybe don't say, I want to see her. That's just weird.
I almost died there, but I didn't die. Instead, we killed their guys.
Kathy's a private individual. You can look for her online. She does not have a Facebook page. She does not have a Twitter. She's a mystery.
She's an enigma. Hey, that's a Dota hero. Fucking clever.
When did the latest Torchlight come out, Dave? Is that recent?
This year.
This year? So there's a sequel for you to look forward to, Kathy.
When will it be free?
When will it be free? Whenever Torchlight 3 comes out, presumably.
I didn't even know the first Torchlight was free. When did that happen?
It was free for a day. We mentioned it on the show.
Dude, we could all buy Catan on Steam and play it.
Are you kidding? We could play Catan together?
Me and my teammate are absolutely crushing this lane right now. I feel bad for the guys we're playing against.
Okay.
It's really embarrassing.
I need to find...
How do I add you to my friends list? Is that a thing? Is that a thing I can do?
On what?
On Steam.
Yeah. My Steam account name is Webster RJH. you can add that, and then you'll be famous like me.
Trying to remember. I do this every week.
Do you have a Steam account, Destin?
I do not have a Steam account.
Oh.
I should
What kind of
maybe get
noob
one.
doesn't have a Steam account?
I know.
I'm not much of a gamer, guys.
How do you play Torchlight?
It was on Good Old Games. DRM-free.
Steam is the best, man. It's like Xbox Live for your computer, but with reasonably priced games.
Live either. No, if I played more games, I'd be all over Steam. I just don't have time, and now I'm managing editor of MakeUseOf.com, so my email is like an hour a day longer than it used to be. I'm not happy about that.
No one emails you.
Yeah, they do. All of a sudden, I don't know what it is. Everyone in China who sells laptop bags suddenly wants to talk to me.
I don't email you because I hate you.
You emailed me this morning, and you're straight.
I emailed you?
Yeah.
This morning? What the hell did I say?
Not this morning, yesterday. You emailed me yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I emailed you today. Yeah, we were trying to figure out if we should publish James's porn.
Yeah.
But if you notice, I messaged you on chat first, and then when you didn't answer, I emailed.
Then you emailed me. Have you seen today's XKCD? It is relevant to this conversation.
Email for me is last resort. Jackson always yells at me because I message him and he doesn't answer. He's like, if I don't answer you on messages, you can always email me.
I'm trying to remember. Okay.
Man, we are really just crushing. Hey, look, now it's Dota Lover.
Hey, where's the... Oh, wait, I can just go to makeuseof.com. Dota Lover. Yeah, dude, pick what you love and stick with it, man.
Yeah, he's made quite the turnaround in his opinion on things.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting tired of it.
It's like, take a stance, bro, you know?
Yeah. Pick a side. We're at war. Here we go. I'm a big fan of this Salvation Electron. So far, I think that should be like a weekly feature.
For a person watching on Dota who doesn't understand what just happened, my guy has an ability that when he dies once, he gets regenerated with full health and full everything. So I'd let that guy kill me on purpose so I could get a full heal without going back to base.
And if anyone's watching me Photoshop, more shadow is always better because I'm a hack designer. I just love shadows.
Shadows are cool, man. They make everything shadowy.
Yeah. So that's why I'm adding shadows.
3D.
3D! Gabby's making fun of me too. She doesn't even need to go in the comments. Techno cover 77. There we go. And I should keep a copy of Techno cover on my computer so that I don't have to do this again.
Does he love techno?
Do I love techno? Not really.
But we're technophilia. We have a philia of it.
Nice.
We should one day just make like an episode that's not about technology. We'll just talk about like the latest trends in techno music. Like, what, guys? We're technophilia.
Really study up on techno first. Become experts in the topic. And
I know a lot about dubstep. That's like techno, sort of.
Okay, guys, I'm putting the art in the chat room. Dave, is that okay?
Yeah, do whatever you do.
You're not going to lose it?
I probably will, but I don't really...
I'll put it in over here, too. I'll tell you what.
I'm going to die. I died. No!
You're terrible at Dota.
Well, I kind of had a feeling I was going to die on that occasion. There was a lot going on, you know, a lot of battles. Battles were fought.
Right. I'm done.
Okay. Is
go.
SimCity still updating? Or did it finish?
No, it's still updating.
Uh,
Maybe I'll just hook it into my PlayStation next week.
I don't like the name of the show. Is it Technophilia you don't like, Dota Lover? Or is it Syrian Electronic Army? Salvation Electronic Army? Because it's way too late to change that. Did I look into the call function, Kashi? So we use Google Plus, if you didn't know, so we could call people in. I think the best way to do it might be for us to invite people privately on Twitter.
How would we do that?
Call in? Well, we just need to give them the link, basically, and they could call in if they wanted to.
No,
I'm just
I mean,
not sure how it would work functionally within the context of the show.
we can't call people into this.
We can't pull people in?
Nope.
You pull me in.
What's this? There's a game on the thingy. Warlight is a customizable strategy. Let's add that.
We're talking about it. Hey, we're not ending the stream. I might just start playing Cave Story. I'm tired. Hey, Kathy. Glad you're still here.
No, guys, you all need to go play Warlight. Blocked?
What is Warlight?
I'm gonna die. I have one hit.
Like the new Technophilia? We did debate it for a lot.
12 HP. I had his ass too.
Which is accurate, but it also literally means love of technology, which I guess I complain about technology more than anything, but these other two guys do love it.
It means a fetishistic love of technology.
Well, I guess you could interpret it as that way now, but philia didn't always have that kind of connotation. Philadelphia means city of brotherly love, for example, not city of obsessive brotherly love. That's not what
Really?
it means.
Is that where the name comes from?
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Yeah, James. Where's your
Not
history?
know that.
American cities knowledge.
Unbelievably.
Yeah. Just because our cities weren't named by the Romans.
Why is everybody in my lane right now, yo? Where's Axe? Why is Axe here? Go away, Axe. You don't belong here. This is my lane.
Can we end this stream now so I can edit? There's end.
No.
Well, I'm going to click
Hey
end.
guys, thanks for hanging out. James wants to edit the show, and we have to edit the name.
Nobody wants to edit the show. The show's terrible.
James wants to. The show's pretty good. I mean, I don't listen to it personally, but it's okay.
Did I tell you guys that Jess made me
Wait,
listen
none
to
of
the
us
whole
like the name
episode recently?
Technophilia? Why didn't we change it when we moved over to make use of? I guess we still can.
We're not changing the name.
Okay.
Stop discussing changing the name. We're not doing it.
You were just in the chat room saying you're not a fan of. Oh, you're not a fan of the name Kashi. Got it. I thought you weren't a fan of the name.
Oh no. I'm not a fan of the name Koshi.
Well, that's his name, dude.
I know, and I'm not a fan of it. And Technophilia is that name.
Yeah, screw you. Kashi is a brand of frozen dinners? There you go. You're a frozen dinner, Kashi. Kathy says, there you go. Are you going to end the stream now, or are we just going to
Yeah, I should do that. I thought, why have we got more people in the chat room now?
The chat is
Guys,
always
you're
the
late.
most
You missed the
active
show.
after
You're
the
late.
show, you know.
We've finished. We're done. This is over. It's not. We're done.
Subscribe on iTunes.
Yay! Goodbye.
iTunes.com/Technophilia. I think
No,
that's
that's
how
not
the
what it
URL
is. Shut up.
Is it?
I don't
Goodbye.
fucking know.